Evening, Floppettes. I hope you're all okay. So, just briefly, I didn't watch the gala thing. I just saw bits and bobs on the news articles, this, that, and the other. But I have to say, I'm extremely proud of the British right now. I really am. Whoever that British person or journalist, as soon as the ghastly duo got out of the car, he said, he said along the lines of, the ghastly one, how do you feel about destroying the royal family, or you've destroyed the royal family, as soon as they got out the car. So hats off to you, sir. Well done. You did us proud there, mate. Secondly, this was obviously written down and captured online and blah, blah, blah. And it's just the sheer arrogance and the cockiness of the former Duke of Sussex. And I will say that because I do believe they're going to get all their titles stripped. And I hope they blinking well do. And I do believe it because we've got to stay positive. I just think, in my personal opinion, it's cocky, it's arrogant, and it sounds as something like that a 5-year-old would say, considering the ghastly duo are trying to make out that they're professional, they have a moral compass, they conduct themselves very well. To say to a journalist who has asked you, are you putting money before family? Malharkle, like the journalist said his name, and he answered so many questions. And I'm not going to show the video because I'm not sure if I'm allowed. The look on his face, the expression is like a child. He just hasn't grown up, has he? He doesn't give a toss about his mother. He just uses her like the race card. It's absolutely pathetic. They really do think, don't they, the ghastly duo really do think they're above reproach. Oh, you can't talk to me like that, Mr. Journalist. So many questions. Well, when you've gone out your way to lie, deceive, destroy, and destroy people's lives, meaning your wife's victims, which we'll get onto in a moment, then you will be asked so many questions. Yes, you will be, child. And that's exactly what you are. You're a child, Harry. Anyway, we're just going to move on briefly. I saw in the Sun, oh, sorry, right. So this was from the Mail Online. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Right, this was from the Sun. So one of the former staff members who's been gagged, if you like, by these, NDAs, they're not allowed to speak up, and he or she is definitely coming out now and saying, look, let us speak. So I created the hashtag on social media, let them speak. So please, we need to support these victims now. They really do need the public support. And to be frank, the palace needs to be seen to be standing by these victims now, because they had to leave. They had to give up careers that they enjoyed just because of one ghastly person that is extremely toxic and a snake venom. Absolutely despicable. So I'll just, right, it says here, she is one of many employees who were bound by confidentiality agreements banning them from speaking out about the ghastly duo. Although it would be the palace who could sue in the event of a breach and not the ghastly one, the fear of legal action is genuine. So they genuinely are like, well, come on, let us have a voice now. And I agree personally, and I know a lot of other Mexiteers agree as well. The former staff member told the Times the only way to end it once and for good is for us to be allowed to speak and for the palace to firmly reject their lies. They called on Buckingham Palace to step up and lift the non-disclosure agreements and publicly respond to the attacks. They said, I certainly have chosen to remain silent out of respect for the Crown. But if they keep attacking us and our characters, reputation, etc., we need to feel we are equally supported by the royal family. And on the fear that they will be taken to court, they said, she knows we can't financially protect ourselves by going to court, so she keeps pushing. It's all a game for her and she is loving it. Yeah, she is loving it. And that's what bullies do. They will push and push, knowing that their victims in their head are just nobodies, small little people that don't deserve a voice and have no voice because of NDAs. And this is why we'll go over to Jenny now, Cruella's lawyer. She knows about the NDA situation. So really, as a lawyer, she cannot really deny the claims as such, or because she's appeared, like I'll explain in a minute, she's appeared on so many TV programs, 100% denying it, knowing that she can't get to the facts because of the NDAs. It looks to me, my lawyer and my friend who is a lawyer, that Jenny could, if she carries on, she could land herself in a bit of trouble. Let's just pop down to here for a minute. Maintaining trust and acting fairly. Now, all lawyers have a code of conduct to follow. Now, as it says here, you do not mislead or attempt to mislead your clients or the courts or others, either by your own acts or omissions, or allowing or being complicit in the acts or omissions of others, including your client. Oh dear, Jenny. I don't know whether she still is actually working as a lawyer, but if she is, I really do hope the palace lawyers report her and take some form of action on her, because she hasn't even really looked into this case, and she obviously, because of the NDAs on the palace side, she knows that, therefore she cannot deny this claim. She cannot say all these things that the palace are planting these stories, and that the victims are using the bullying allegations casually. She, by law and as a lawyer, cannot say that without getting the facts of the matter first. So Jenny, my dear, you need to pipe down because you could be struck off for this, because you are complicit. You have let your feelings know how friendly you are with your client, and yet you go on these TV series and back her up being her alleged lawyer. So I think that's it for now, guys. I think that I wanted to cover this Jenny thing particularly. This is from the Solicitors Regulation Authority. Google it for yourselves. It's got a ton of information on there, and it could come into handy for any member of the public anyway. For now, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.